What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the final video I'm going to be doing for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which is, of course, the review. This is just a quick fire review, so it'll be like 6 to 8 minutes, something like that, 6, 7, 8 minutes. So I'm going to split it into 3 different categories: campaign, multiplayer, zombies. So yeah, without further ado, let's just begin. So we start off with the campaign. So, of course, well, Modern Warfare 3 as a whole. Obviously, this year there wasn't meant to be a Call of Duty this year. It was meant to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was meant to be a 2-year cycle. It's the first Call of Duty I think ever to do that, and essentially every around this time when there was meant to be a Call of Duty, it was meant to be DLC, campaign DLC, and also some new stuff for multiplayer and whatever else for Modern Warfare 2. But, of course, that didn't happen because of, well, Activision, and we know Activision. If you don't know what their intentions are, it is, of course, to make as much money as possible. That is just how they work, and they decided instead of that, we want a full-blown new game, and because, obviously, Treyarch are still working on their Call of Duty for next year, which is probably going to be, I think it's going to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War. That's just I know it will have Black Ops in. If it's Treyarch game, it will have Black Ops in because it's such a marketable name that it'll be in there. But I think it's going to be around the Gulf War, and I think it's going to be called that. That's just a guess, though. Anyway, and then Sledgehammer. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing now, because, well, after Vanguard, Vanguard wasn't the greatest. And I think they have been brought back to be more of a side studio because they actually did work on the campaign for Modern Warfare 3 whilst Infinity Ward did the multiplayer and the zombies, I believe, because it said Sledgehammer at the top of the thing. So I think what had happened is, so there are 15 missions in the game, in the campaign, and I'd actually say about half of them are like the normal cinematic Call of Duty missions. Like the first mission is, the last mission is the No Russian mission, which is, the No Russian mission. There's the one where the flashback mission with and there's a couple of others that are like your cinematic ones. But then there's the other half of the missions, which are these somewhat big areas where you have an objective that you need to do, the objective of the mission, and you kind of just either you can do it stealthy or you can not, and you got to complete your objective basically. And I wasn't a big fan of those missions, to be honest with you, because they're these somewhat big areas. You know, that's not really what Call of Duty is all about. Modern Warfare 2 I think had one of those missions, and it was fine. It was the one where it was Price and Garrick on that island. That was. But then again, that still had its own cinematic stuff to it. These ones didn't really, and they just weren't as enjoyable as the actual cinematic missions. They were way more fun because that's what Call of Duty is and always has been. And listen, I don't really blame Sledgehammer, or I don't blame Infinity Ward, because I'm pretty sure they had about less than a year to work on this entire game. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like 10 months or something like that. Because that's when Activision changed their mind. It seemed to be around that time. So, you know, those types of missions, these open type missions, are easier to make than the cinematic ones. And I think the cinematic ones were already well on their way being made by the time, because it makes sense that half of those missions, would be enough for a DLC. But obviously they needed more missions because the campaign would have been really... I mean, it was a short campaign as it is. You know, could have been even shorter if... sorry, I just lost my thought. Yeah, it would have even been shorter if these other missions hadn't been added in. So, you know. And it is one... A lot of people say it's one of the shortest campaigns, and it is a short campaign, but it's actually roughly... It's not actually as short as a lot of people say it is because of... well, for me, I got 13 parts out of it, which was pretty good. And yeah, I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say it's one of the shortest. A lot of people as well as saying it's the worst campaign of all time. I couldn't disagree more. It's not greatest. Out of all 3 of the Modern Warfare games that have come out in this new storyline, it's definitely the weakest. But alright, okay, let's just continue. 3, 2, 1, continue. Yeah, so what I would say is that the campaign, this isn't the worst one. It's not the best. It's, as I said, there's been far better campaigns made by Infinity Ward. Actually, it's probably their worst one, I would say, because out of the original trilogy, all three of them were great. Out of Ghosts was pretty good. Infinite Warfare's, that was like the best thing about the entire game, was their campaign was pretty good, and obviously the 2019 Modern Warfare 2 last year were also very good. So this is definitely the weakest storyline they've done, but again, they didn't have much time to work on it. But I think this, despite the fact that they only had 10 months to work on it, I would say that this one is far better than Black Ops 3's. It's far better than Vanguard's, and it's still far better than what's it called, Black Ops 4's, because, well, I didn't really have a campaign, it was training missions more, so it's not the worst campaign, but it still counts as a campaign, but the Black Ops 4 one, but it's not the worst one, it's not the greatest. And let's be honest here, this was always a bridge, because originally the original plan was this was going to be DLC, and Modern Warfare 3 was going to come out in like 2025, but because that's not how it worked, that's not how it ended. So instead of that happening, Modern Warfare 3, or well, what is known as, what will be now, I'm assuming, is Modern Warfare 4 in 2025, because this was always meant to be a bridge gap, and this, even though it was it became a full-blown title, it's still a bridge from the events between Modern Warfare 2 to what was going to be Modern Warfare 3, but now it's probably going to be known as Modern Warfare 4. The people that think the storyline is finished, it's not. There's a whole nother game to go, because Makarov did not die. A lot of people think he got hit by the train. No, he didn't. He went through that door and sealed it. He will come back in Modern Warfare 4 in 2025, most likely, which will be, yeah. This was always a stopgap one that ended up, which was meant to be DLC, which then ended up becoming a full-blown game because of Activision. And that's probably why this game's getting a lot of dislike and stuff now. And yes, it's outrageous. You know, it could have been like, what, 20 to 30 quid's worth of DLC to 70, a full-priced game. I can, from a business point, I can see why Activision did it. From a fan and from a player's perspective, I hate it, because yes, I've had to spend 70 quid, but that's my choice at the end of the day. That is my choice, and that's what everyone else's choice is that I've decided to get it. In terms of the story, as I said, it is the weakest one, and obviously it was unfortunate. I mean, there are spoilers in this, by the way. I'm assuming you knew that, but I'll give you. This is where I'll actually talk about the proper story. This is so 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's unfortunate that Soap had to die at the end. Obviously, he got shot in the head by Makarov. I had a feeling someone was going to die. I actually had that spoilt for me by my own accord. That was me being a dumbass. I was looking up lengths of the other campaigns in comparison, and then I saw this video where it said Soap's death, and I was like, brilliant, thank you myself, well done. I wasn't trying to spoil myself, I just accidentally did. But yeah, in terms of it, with Makarov, the thing is, Makarov in the original trilogy made way more of an impact. You know, I don't think he made much of an impact in this one, apart from the No Russian mission, which was very, very mid, if I'm being honest with you, in comparison to the original one. Yeah, with that one, with that, sorry, I've just trying to think of what I need to say. I haven't written a script. I should write a script, really, or at least just like what I need to talk about, just bullet points or something, so then I have an idea. But yeah, with the No Russian mission, it was very quick. What was it, 5 minutes, when the other one's like nearly 20, the original one. And apart from that, Makarov didn't really cause much damage. Like, he had bombs that we defused in Verdansk. He tried to set off a bomb at the end of the game, but we stopped him again. Yeah, okay, Soap died in the process, but we stopped him from doing his overall plan. It kind of just failed, if anything, the entire time. And I don't know. I just feel like it could have been so much better than it was. But hey ho, that's their choices at the end of the day. Anyway, that is the campaign. That's probably a huge chunk of this video because I've just been talking about that. I don't really have a whole lot of points to talk about the multiplayer or the zombies, so I guess this makes up for it. So we'll move on to the multiplayer now. So the multiplayer, it's actually quite fun. It's literally the same as Modern Warfare 2. Is that a shock? No, because again, it's probably just been imported over. Pretty much the majority of the maps are just remastered maps from the original Modern Warfare 2. As much as I like those maps, and I do, there's not much new maps because, again, it's easier, it's quicker to remaster an old map than it is to build a brand new map up from scratch. We know that. So that's why the majority of the maps are actually older maps. As I said, they're great maps. You know, I love High Rise. I love, what's it called? The airport one. What's it called? I literally played it earlier. Terminal. That's it. I love Terminal. I don't know if Rust's in it. I think Rust actually is in Modern Warfare 2 though. In the 2022 Modern Warfare 2. Anyway, there are a few new guns, I believe. I haven't actually been able to look at the full gun arsenal, so probably should have done that. But a lot of the weapons are the same. I actually thought it does import your characters. I only actually had one character that I cared about, and that was Homelander. He's the only one I bought, by the way. I had to buy him because I love The Boys. It's a great TV show. And yeah, I could use him on Modern Warfare 3. My level from Modern Warfare 2 doesn't move over. I thought that might be a thing, but no, you have to start from scratch. I am now level 5. I was like 165 on Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, as I said, the gameplay, the gunplay is all the same as it was previously. As I said, I don't really have a whole lot I can really say about the multiplayer because it's literally the same as last year's one. I could probably just put my audio in from Modern Warfare 2's review last year and it'll be the same thing because that's really what it is. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the multiplayer. It can be fun though. It can be genuinely fun, but it is literally the exact same thing as last year because it's just copy and pasted over, same engine, all of that. Yeah, at least with like there's subtle differences between like Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare. There's differences between Modern Warfare 2019 and 2022's Modern Warfare 2, but it's literally identical between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 here. You know, and when the original Modern Warfare 3 came out, there was it was similarities, but there were a little bits of differences between Modern Warfare 3. The original Modern Warfare 3 and the original Modern Warfare 2's gameplay. Just saying on that output. But yeah, there was really nothing else I could say about multiplayer. So let's talk about zombies now. So big fan of zombies. Of course, I did the Road to Hell in August. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it because to me it's not proper zombies. Proper zombies is round based. That's what pissed me off about Vanguard zombies. Was it Terra Maledicta and D'Anfrang are two of the worst zombie maps in history because they are not round-based. They are these awful objectives. Like, why? And this is pretty much that. You've just taken the objectives, but just put it into an open world. It just feels... I mean, this isn't a pun or anything, but it feels dead. And what I mean that is that's not a good thing. I just feel like the world of it, is dead. It's just boring. To me, I got bored. Literally, I just decided to end the video because I didn't really know what was going. Like, we were just doing objectives, so I just thought I couldn't be bothered to continue on, and I thought I'd had enough footage anyway for the game. I found it a bit boring, to be honest with you, and I really have no desire to play any more zombies unless it's with like friends or something like that. Other than that, though, like it was just very, very average. It's very average zombies, and it's not proper zombies to me. Proper zombies is round based in a good map with an Easter egg and a potential wonder weapon and just objectives, but not those types of objectives where you have to go and do this, do that. No. Building things like a shield or a wonder weapon, or following a set line, a quest line to complete an upgrade, or just get the wonder weapon itself, or complete the upgrade for a wonder weapon, or just doing a quest to complete the Easter egg. That is what zombies to me is. That is what it is. And this isn't proper zombies to me, and I didn't really enjoy it that much because I got bored. I do like though, something I do like is the humans being added in. I thought that was quite cool. That is a little bit different. I do like that, I'll give you that. But other than that, I don't really have anything good to say about it, and I didn't think it was going to be good from the start. And to my surprise, it's not. It's not that enjoyable. So yeah, it's just that's the thing with Modern Warfare 3. It's a very mid Call of Duty. It falls into that category of just really, really mid Call of Duties because it literally was made in less than a year. Most Call of Duties take when it was the 2-year cycle, at least they had a year and a bit. They had 2 years. They had 2 years to make the game. When the 3-year cycle came, it came even better because they got 3 years to make the game. But this was made less than a year, 10 months, because it went from being DLC content to a literal full-blown game. And there's only one place you can point your finger at, and that is Activision. I'm sorry, but as I said, from a business point of view, I completely understand why they did it. But everyone knows Activision like money. Oh, that was a voice crack, but everyone knows that Activision likes money, and listen, that's what they want to do at the end of the day. Fine, but you are affecting, the player base, and it is what it is at the end of the day. As I said, not a big fan of the zombies. Hopefully when Treyarch do their zombies next year, because they will do zombies with Black Ops, of course they will, hopefully it will return to round-based and not this open-world crap. Because I like open-world games, but not for Call of Duty Zombies. Thank you very much. Anyway, I think that is everything. This video is actually double the length of what I thought it was going to be. That's because the Spider-Man one was like 8 minutes, but this one isn't. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.